I'm Randy Newman, chair of your Greater Menomonee Falls Foundation, and on behalf of the foundation, this year's event sponsor, Uptown Motors, which has been very generous, welcome to this year's Ovation recognition event. We are excited about the opportunity to share the great work that we've done with the foundation in the past year and to let you know how you can make a difference in future years in our community. And most importantly tonight, we're here to honor and feature guests who have done incredible things in our community, and it's about time we shine a spotlight on them. So exciting to do that. But before we start, I invite Pastor Meredith to come up and lead us in prayer.
Before I pray, I have a very big voice.
Inside voice.
Yeah, inside voice, sorry. Robin Manke is a member of Holy Cross, and she's getting recognized this evening, and as is her mother, and they taught Sunday school at Holy Cross together for 111 years. I think it's an amazing thing because kids come back and like, oh, Mrs. Bear, you know, and it's just delightful. But 111 years, I think Robin started right while she was in high school, or maybe when she was 2. So anyway.
I did 50 and she did 61.
Okay, 50 and 61 was how they did it. And I don't know, you know how COVID changes things? They were tired during COVID, so. Anyway, well, thank you for your service to your church. It is much appreciated. Well, community is so important, and our community is so important, and it's great to be a part of it. So I wanted to just thank all of you for what you do to make Menomonee Falls a great place to live. So let us give thanks. Gracious and loving God, we give you thanks for this community that we call Menomonee Falls. We give thanks for those who give of their time and their talent, their gifts, and have really made it a wonderful place to raise families, to age in our space, and we are just grateful for that time. And we are grateful for your presence in our life, and we pray that you would bless us as we continue to serve you in all the many ways that we are called. Amen.
It's always tough to follow a pastor. First, they get such a great message, but then they work with all cue cards, and I got stuff I got to read off. So we're going to, thank you, Pastor Meredith. We're going to have the dinner, and then I'll be back during the dessert course to carry on for the rest of the evening. So talk amongst yourself. Thanks. Dinner's running a little late, so I'm going to carry on with part of the program so I don't keep you here till midnight tonight. Some of us have to get some sleep. Menomonee Falls has a rich history of civic-minded citizens investing time and effort into our community. In the late 50s and early 60s, our village expanded from 1 square mile to 33 square miles. Our community leaders went door to door to raise funds to build a hospital at the time known as Community Memorial Hospital. Ray was probably doing this stuff there. Other projects include the YMCA and expanding our park and improving our parks. Fast forward to the 90s, the next generation of civic-minded leaders established the Greater Menomonee Falls Foundation. Founded and sustained by volunteers, the foundation is a tax-exempt public trust that supports the community in a variety of ways. Through many individual donations, both large and small, and investment gains from the foundation endowment, the Greater Menomonee Falls Foundation funds grants to area nonprofit groups that seek to address health, safety, culture, educational, and environmental needs for our community. Over 15 of those organizations have been spotlighted tonight. The GMFF carries the traditions of our parents and grandparents to be caretakers of this great village for the next generation. The foundation is run by a board of volunteer directors. I'd like to recognize them. If I could have our board please stand. Don't be shy. Our board members are Pete Blackman, Sue Carney, Terry Fitzsimmons, Sue Jesuit, Rick Cole, Robin Manke, Mary Jo McGraw, Joe Ellen Mulder, Eric Nelson, Randy Newman, Molly Pollack, Dennis Pollard, Dan Schwinn, and our newest board member, Sharon Menomonee. Thank you guys for everything you do. So the food's here. I'm going to step away again and let you enjoy your dinner. So I'm back. Keep eating if you're eating. Dessert should be coming out soon, but we want to move the event along tonight. If you recall where I last left off, I was talking about our board. And this year, Chris Rocklitz, who served on our board for 5 years, has left us. And Chris was a vital part of the GMFF, and he also helped us set up the Menomonee Falls Farmer Market as a nonprofit volunteer organization. So we really appreciate all the efforts that Chris did for us in the community. And while he couldn't be here tonight, I wanted to make sure we had an opportunity to recognize him and thank him. I'd also like to, is he in the room? Thank our State Senator Dan Knodel. Did he leave the room? Oh, there he is. Hey, Dan. Thanks for coming here tonight to support the foundation. All seats cracked. We won't hold that against you. For those who have been to prior ovations, you can see that we changed the format a little bit. In the past, we invited our grant recipients to come here and get their dollars at this event. But over the past few years with COVID and everything else, changed things around, and we moved the ovation to later in the year. So rather than hold up their funds, we gave them the money earlier in the year. We were highlighting them on the screen and then also in your programs. So we wanted to make sure that we let you know that's gone. They're very important to us, and we're proud to support them in our community. And then this year, due to your generous donations, we were able to provide $29,000 to the community. So that was great. Thank you for all you do. We'd also like to commend the Village of Menomonee Falls and the Optimist Club of Menomonee Falls for their efforts to revitalize and renovate our beloved village park. The renovated park has re-energized this historical and cultural center of the village. New events there encourage families, friends, and neighbors to gather and continue to build the great community that makes Falls the place to be and raise your family. Because of your generous donations to the foundation, the GMFF was able to support this effort with a $50,000 donation to contribute to the community gathering park. We are proud to invest in this generational transformation of our beloved village park. Hopefully you have been up there. It's energized. It holds so many events up there. It's hundreds, if not thousands, of people are there for some of the events. So hopefully you had a chance to get up there. If not, get up there and enjoy that. This is the undeniable greatest civic project completed in many years in our village. So congrats to the Optimist Club, the village staff, and those who make donations to make this possible. And now we're going to give you the opportunity to win some fabulous adventures so that we can make good on these commitments. So Ed Slump will again assist us as our auctioneer. So bid early, bid often. All your contributions allow us to contribute to the organizations that make Menomonee Falls great. And if I could have our spotters out and about in the audience to help Ed out. We got you a mic that you can walk with.
It's a silent.
Thank you, Randy. Spotters, are they allowed? We should have at least 2 or 3 or 4 to make this
Dan's in
work
the
right.
back. We got Dennis over here. We got Sue back there.
All
We
right.
got Terry over here and Rick right
Great,
there.
great. We've got five wonderful auction items here. Hopefully you had a chance ahead of time to look back there at the table at the descriptions of those things. I will read a brief description of each item before we auction it off. But we've got 10 of them, and I have to say, I don't think in all the years of doing this, I've seen so many really valuable donations as we have here tonight. So hopefully you will all be generous in your bidding to make these donations bring in funds for the for the organization here. The first item on the agenda, 4 Wisconsin Badgers homecoming tickets valued at $400. This is for the October 7th game against Rutgers. It's the homecoming game, 4 tickets, section 1, row 67, on the Badger team side of the field, and donated by Randy and Danielle Newman. Over, where were they here? There's Randy. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, well, we got a value of 400, so let's start out at 200. We'll give us 200 for the Badger tickets.
Ed, right over.
Four tickets now. This is not just 2. Did we have a bid? 200 bid? Okay, give me 250. I got 200. You need 250. 250 got 200. 250. Come on, folks. There's worth about 400. There's a hand back there. 250. Now I need 3. Now I need 3. 250. I need 3. 250. Got to have 3 for the Badgers. Off to a good start this year. Let's see. I thought I saw a hand back there. Yeah, all right, 300. Now 3 1/4. 3 1/4, give me 3 1/4. Got 300 ones, gonna need 3 1/4. Is 3 1/4 back there? We have it, right? No, we have 300 back there. 3 1/4, give me 3 1/4. Do I hear 3 1/4? We only got about 3 minutes here. On each item, we gotta move along. 3 1/4, we're gonna sell it at 300. We're gonna sell it going once. Where's the 300 person? 3 1/4 here. Holy mackerel. I yelled too loud. 350, give me 350, we got 325 up in front, we need 350. 325, thank you, 350, now 375. 375, do I hear? Don't scratch your face, that might look like a bit. We're at 350, right? 375, do I hear 375? 350, we're gonna sell it. Where was that 350? Back there, going once, going twice. You're the 350 man? Sold right there, $350. Thank you very much. Hey, that light kind of bright in my eyes here. Not used to being on television. The next item, a garden party for 12. I would bid on this, but I don't have 12 friends, so 12, a garden party for 12. It says, entertain your friends in a delightful garden setting, cocktails and substantial hors d'oeuvres for 12 guests, provided by hosts Mike and Robin Manke. And they're here, obviously. Where did I see Mike and Robin? Thank you, folks. Robin's going to be honored here. Stonewood Drive, Menomonee Falls, date to be mutually agreed upon. Thank you, Mike and Robin. This thing is cutting out here. This is valued at $1,000. So let's see if I can get a $500 bid. This is for 12 people. Do I hear 500? Do I see 500? Thank you back there. I got a 5 now, 550. I got 5, I need 550. I got 500. It's worth 1,000. Do I hear 550? I got 500 back there. I got to have 550. 550. Come on, folks. There's 550. Thank you. Now I need 6. 550, I'm going for 6. 550 going for 6. We got an underbid here. Come on, folks. Do I hear 6? 12 people. What does that come out to? I can't even figure. Is that 6? Thank you. Now 6. 600. Thank you. 650. 650. Do I hear 650 for this wonderful party for 12? I got 6 going once. Now I see 650. Thank you. 2 people close together, hard to tell back there. 700, do I hear 7? I got 650, do I hear 7? 650, I got 650, what do you think back there? 7? Yes, thank you, ma'am. 7 1/4, who knows 7 1/4? 7 1/4, we got 700, we gotta go 7 1/4, inching up there to the value mark. 7 1/4, we're gonna sell it at 700, going once at 700. Going twice, last chance, sold, 700 out back there. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so if you want to come down to the ground there. spotlight on you.
Okay, that's all right. I'll just stand back here. Thank you. The next item, and somebody back there maybe can hold this up. This is a duo, an art, original art duo offering valued at $600. The painting is by Tara Shimiluski. It's back there. You can see it if you turn towards the rear. Local art teacher and owner of the recently opened art space gallery on the Riverwalk. Tara, is she here tonight?
No, she's got a grand opening.
Okay, she got a grand opening tonight. The painting consists of the natural colors in our historic village of Menomonee Falls. And also offered with this a one-of-a-kind handheld stained glass mirror. This was created by Susan Corkum of Purloin Studio. Is she here tonight? Is she here tonight? Oh, there we go. Thank you so much, Susan. Okay. Well, we got those two things together. They're valued at $600. Let's see if we can get a bid of three to start. A $300 bid for the two items together. Do I hear three up there? I got it in front. I got it in front of three. Give me $350. I got $300 in front. Do I hear $350? I got $300. Do I hear $3.25? Do I hear $3.25? I hear a microphone cutting in and out. Do I hear three? Yes, thank you, Eric. $3.25. Now $350. Now $350. I got it. We'll go for $375. We got $350 up in front. Do I hear $375? $350. Do I hear $375? We're gonna sell it. We're gonna sell it. There, we got $375. Now I need $4. Now I need $4. Now I need $4. Yes. Well, he's checking with the boss. Yes. Mary said yes, $400. Eric, we got to go to $4.25. We got to go to $4.25. We got 400 here. Got to go to $4.25. Sell it. We're going to sell it. We'll run 400 once, 400 twice. Sold. I let pay $400. Thank you very much. Next item. A tour boat ride and dinner for a party of 8. Well, I've got 8 friends, I don't have 12, but this is the tour of the historic Waldheim Park in Oconomowoc. You enjoy a boat ride, dive into an environment of original art and Frank Lloyd Wright designs. The date is to be mutually agreed upon. And the host and donors, John Macy and Sandra Brand, are they here? I think so. John back there. John, long time no see. I coach John in freshman football. That's how old I am.
That's how old he is.
Yeah, I don't want to put it that way. $1,500 value for this beautiful tour, boat ride, and dinner. For party B. $1,500, well, let's see if we can start it out at $900. Do I hear $900 for a party B on this beautiful ride? Do I hear $900? I got it back there, thank you, let's go up for $1,000. We got $900 to $1,000. Do I hear $1,000? Do I see $950? Do I see $950? I hear $950, we got a $900, we need $950. We got $900, $975. Come on, folks, this sounds like a great event here. $950, $975, thank you. Now I need to help. Now I'll take $1,000. Now I'll take $1,000. Back there, do I see a hand?
Yes.
Rick, thank you. $1,000, $1050. $1050, we need to go up the line. We got $1,000, we need $1050. $1050, do I see a hand for $1050? Thank you very much. How about 11? About $1,100. $1,100, we got $1050, $1,100, thank you back there. 11 and a quarter, 11 and a quarter, do I hear 11 and 25? 11 and 25, we got 1100, we're gonna sell it. We're going 1100, we're gonna sell it. We're going around 1125. Nobody wants it, it's going for 1100 once, twice, and sold. Thank you very much back there. I can't tell who that was, but a great bid. And thank you to the donors, John and Sandra. The next item, dinner and shows. I think this might be a little bit undervalued. It says $250 here, but there's a $100 Patio Players gift certificate for the 23-24 show season, and gift cards from Papino's, Sukasa, Alumni Club, High House Tavern, and Fiddlehead's Coffee. This is donated by the Patio players and all these local restaurants. So it says 250, probably worth a little more than that. Anybody start us off at 200? Do I hear 200 on the thank you back there? 2 quarter, do I get 2 quarter? We got 250 value, 2 quarter, Nelly. Did you raise your hand? Thank you. 250 now. Do I get 250? I got 250, 275. Do I hear 275? Thank you. Now I need 3. I got 275, I need 3. We got 275, 3. Thank you. 3 quarter. 3 quarter. Sounds like a bargain to me. 3 quarter. We got 300. Shaking the head. Yes, no, up, down. 300 we got back there. Is that Scott? I think 300.
3 1/4.
3 1/4 over here, I have. Now I need 350. We got 3 1/4 from Randy. Need 350, Scott. Thank you very much. 375, 375, 375. 400, a jump shift there. 400 makes it tough. 425, 425. We got 400. Probably not. We're going to sell it. 400. Going once. Going twice. And so thank you, Randy, very much. And thanks to your family players and these 5 local restaurants. The next item, we're halfway through golf at the Ironwood Golf Course and the fairways of Woodside. Mike Lehman, very generous over there at Ironwood and Fairways, has offered 18 holes on both courses. So this is 2 rounds of 18 holes, one at Fairways of Woodside and the other one at Ironwood, with cart for 4 persons. Now, understand that the certificate is only good over at Fairways through the end of this season, or through the month of October, but the certificate at Ironwood is good through all next season. So you could play this fall at Fairways and then play next summer. Mike Lehman over there at Ironwood and Fairways, thank you. He's not here tonight, is he? No, wanted to recognize him. Value of $500. Let's see if we can start off at 300. Do I hear 300? This is 4 people with a cart, 18 holes, 2 different courses. Do I hear 300? Do I hear a bit of 300? Do I hear a bit of 300? Do I get 250? I get 250. Come on, folks. This is a bargain here. There's 250. Thank you. Now I need 275. 275. We got 250. Do I get 275? 275. We gotta go up here. We're only at 250, 275. Anyone? Somebody's getting a deal. Thank you, 275, Scott. Now we get 3. Now we get 3. Yes. Now, do we get 3 over there? We got 275. We're gonna sell it. Keep moving. Thank you, 300 over there. That's Shannon. Do I get 325? I got 300. I need 325. I got 300. We're gonna sell it at 300. Going once. Twice sold. Thank you, Shannon, over there on the golf. Here's another one, sounds really wonderful. A $700 value. This is a cocktail cruise for 6 on Lake Michigan and the Milwaukee River on a 47-foot powerboat. It says gain a new perspective on Milwaukee from the water. Enjoy snacks, beer, and wine. The cruise can be arranged for weekdays or evenings. The hosts and donors are Mike and Lynn Bauman from New Homes, Wisconsin, Real Estate Building and Remodeling. Are they here tonight, Mike and Lynn Bauman? I don't think so. Okay. Well, this is valued at $700. Let's see if we can get it going at 4. Cocktail cruise for 6 on this 47-foot powerboat. $400. Do I hear a bid? Do I see a bid? Do I hear a bid? 400. We'll start at 4. Thank you back there. Now I need 450. Got 4. I need 450. Got 4. We're going to 450 on this cruise. 400. We need 450. Get your friends together. It's for 6 people in total. $400. Do I hear 450? How about 4 1/4? 4 1/4, go ahead, 4 1/4, we're gonna move it up, go, $400. There's 4 1/4, now I need 450, I got 4 in the front, I need 450 back, 4 1/4 here, 450 back there, we're gonna sell it at 425, going once. Somebody spotted a hand, thank you, right over there, that's 450, right? Yeah, we're at 4 1/4, that's 450, now I need 475, 475, I got it, need 5, I got 475, I need 5. 475, we're gonna sell it. Going once, going twice. Sold $475 right there in front. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Mankey's boy. Oh, thank you, Mankey's. Right. I tell you, my eyes are watering up here, but I'm not used to the spotlight here. Hand-painted wall mural. Now this is really unique. This is valued at $2,000. Pam Polyak, is she here tonight? No. She will design and paint a unique mural for an interior wall of your home or business. Design and paint a unique mural. You know, we're known here, of course, in the Falls for all these murals. Pam will do this. She's estimating the value to be $2,000. Wow, what an item. Can we get a bid of 1,000 to start it off? Some of you have been thinking about this, I'm sure. When you saw it listed back there, do I hear $1,000? Do I hear $1,000 on this unique, one-of-a-kind item? You will be the only one, of course, who will own something like this. Could we start it at 800? If there's some interest in 800, I see 8 over there now, do I hear 9? I got 800, do I hear 9? Somebody else want to get in on the bidding, 900. We got 800, do I hear 9? Quite an item, quite an item. 850, anyone on board at 850? We got $800 over here. The estimated value is twice that much. We got $800, we need 850. 850, anyone. We're gonna sell it at $800. Going once, going twice. So thank you very much for $800. The next item, next to the last item here, folks. This one is valued as priceless by Joe and Sharon Menomonee, and I think she's here, right? Can someone say she's here? Here we are, thank you. This is a can't-miss opportunity to tour the unusual and beautiful Main Street home and artistic grounds of Ho and Sharon Menomonee. The tour ends with a delicious lunch prepared and served by them. And the estimate on this is priceless, so I'm not quite sure where to start. It doesn't say here how many people this is for. Oh, there it does, yes, I'm sorry, I was looking down in the body of the print. It's for 12, so this is a big deal, holy cow. Well, let's see if we can start this one off at about $600. Do I hear $600 for 12 on this beautiful opportunity to view this home and the artistic grounds? Do I hear $600? There's a hand back there, thank you. Do I hear 7? I got 6, do I hear 7? 12 people, remember, this is for. And it includes lunch, yes. Okay, we're at, what are we at, 600, right? Do I hear 7? Do I hear 7? Do I hear 650? Do I hear 650 on this item? Come on, folks, this sounds like a beautiful event. Do I hear 6 1/4? We got 600 bid. Do I hear 625? We got 6. Do I hear 625? 600. Only one person interested in this. Wow. We're gonna have to sell it. $600 is a steal. This is for 12 people. One last chance. Anybody want to go higher on that bid? $600. We're gonna sell it once, twice sold right back there. Thank you, and thank you, Joe and Sharon. The final item, donated by Jim Goetter of Porter's Borders. He also played freshman football for me back in the day. Wish he was here tonight. I'd like to touch base with Jim. He will spruce up your landscaping with 200 feet of decorative concrete curbing installed in your choice of pattern and color. And I saw some brochures back there. I hope some of you took a look at that. Shows some of his work and some of what he is offering in this package. Sounds like a great idea. He's valued it at $1,900. $1,900. Let's see if we can start it off at $900. Do I hear a bid for $900 on this landscaping from Jim Goetter, Porter's Borders? Concrete curbing in your choice of pattern and color. Do I hear, now this is for 200 feet, right, of concrete curbing. Do I hear 9? Do I hear 8? Do I hear a bid of 800? Do I hear a bid of 800? Anyone? There's a bid of 800 over there? That looks familiar. That's my wife. $800 is the bid we got. Do I hear 9? Do I hear 9? We got 800. Do I hear 9 out there? 850. Who wants to go 850? 850. We're going to get stuck with this thing here. Although that's a part of it. 850. Come on. Who wants $900? Somebody save me here. $900. Anyone? What are we at? 850? 850? Is that what you did? Huh? Is that what you said? 800?
Yeah, 800.
Oh, it's 800. We're looking for 850. Come on. Anyone out there? 850? Well, we got 800. That's a bargain if nothing else. Going once? Going twice. Sold for $800 right over there. That's the best score of the night. Okay. That's all I've got. Thank you very much, folks. Thanks for your attention. And let's turn it back to Randy.
I gave you a drink of water, it's over there. It must be dry, there was no brandy left.
Well, thanks, Ed. Great round of applause for Ed and all his efforts. We really appreciate that every year. It helps us raise thousands of dollars. Congratulations to our winners. We're going to move on to the recognition side. Before we recognize tonight's guest of honor, I'd like to recognize those who donate and support the GMFF. The supermajority of our donations are made up of $100 or less. This is the bedrock of our foundation and shows the power that pooling many donations can lead to meaningful grants and organizations in our community. I'd like to thank all of you who have supported us in the past and hopefully in the future. I'd also like to take time to recognize members of our Founders Society. The members of the Founders Society have donated not only at $10,000 to help sustain our mission of the GMFF, but they have and continue to support the foundation through the service and volunteer work, which is equally, if not more valuable than their financial commitment. This year, I'm pleased to announce that Jeff and Monica Schultz have joined the Founders Society. They are unable to attend tonight, but we are thankful for their generous donation. On behalf of the foundation, we are tremendously grateful to both of you. Thank you, guys. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Eric Nelson, and we'll get down to what we're here to celebrate.
Thank you, Randy. Good evening, everyone. Thank you first to the donors and bidders of our last session. Very much appreciate it. And thank you all for being here. It's great to see so many faces and a lot of new faces, so thank you for being here. As Randy said, this is kind of the main event. We have 4 honorees this evening. We're going to start with the Patriotism Award. This recognition is given to a member of our community who has dedicated service that exemplifies patriotism to our country. The honoree exhibits the respect and loyalty of this country's greatest treasure, freedom, and upholds the belief in the ideals that shaped America. He or she professes the epitome of Americanism and continually promotes the standards of what it means to be an American. Previous honorees in this category are Stan Larson, Bob Otzelberger, John Lukaszewski, and last year, Wally Kangas. As you've seen on the screen tonight, the recipient of this year's Patriotism Award is Dawn Mariscal. I'd like to invite Tom Branta to read Dawn's nomination and present her award. Tom?
My biggest wish was that I could see my notes, and I can't, so that's pretty good. My name is Thomas Branta. I am privileged to be the commander of the American Legion Post 382 in Menomonee Falls, the Henry C. Schneider. I am honored tonight to be here on behalf of Mrs. Janet Hinkle and Mr. Wally Kangas, who could not be here tonight, but I would like to present their nomination for Dawn. We would like to formally nominate Dawn Mariscal for the Menomonee Falls Foundation Patriot Award. We have known Dawn for several years and always have admired her energy and involvement in Menomonee Falls, especially when it relates to veteran issues. We have learned that Dawn's father was a Korean veteran. He passed away when she was only 18 years old. Her mission since then has been to support our veterans in any manner, and we believe she has lived up to this mission and beyond. Dawn has been a member of the Henry C. Schneider American Legion Post 382 Auxiliary in Menomonee Falls for the past 10 years. She also is a membership liaison for the Auxiliary. She is the assistant bar manager for the Henry C. Schneider Post and Building. She is also the events coordinator for the Post. In the events coordinator position, she is involved in organizing and publicizing many of the events of the Post, which allows the Post to, in turn, support many, many veterans. She performs the event coordinator role with enthusiasm, creativity, and compassion. There is always something happening at the Post. These events in turn provide a platform for a sense of the community for all of our Post members, and as well as the village as a whole. While all of the Post and auxiliary members participate in planning and supporting these events, I believe Dawn is the one who constantly plans and publicizes them to help them be successful. And they are successful. Dawn is a founder and committee member of the Angels of the Road Ride for Veterans, which has raised $115,000 to date. The funds raised by this organization benefits various veteran support groups, especially the Milwaukee Homeless Veterans Initiative. It should be also mentioned that Dawn has been involved in the Brookfield American Legion Post 449, as well, functioning as a social media coordinator and bar team member. The activities that we have listed are a clear example of how her constant involvement touches veterans within our village of Menomonee Falls, and as well veterans within our entire state. Besides the numerous activities that Dawn supports for veterans, she also brings enthusiasm and dedication to other organizations within our village. Dawn has been a member of the Menomonee Falls Optimist Club for 10 years. She has been the Optimist Club Drop and Shop Coordinator, Chairperson for 10 years. She has also been the Optimist Club Oratorical Contest chairperson for the past 5 years. Finally, she's a member of the Menomonee Falls Downtown Business Committee. We believe we should all be thankful that there is someone like Dawn who is willing to commit to passion in honor of her father and his service, and then truly carry this out with dedication and compassion. We are therefore honored to submit this nomination to recognize this dedication. I would like to add, on behalf of 9 officers, 203 veterans, 60 auxiliary members, 21 Sons of American Legion members, and 7 bartenders, I can tell you that Dawn is the heart and soul of Post 382. I personally believe she has earned this prestigious award. Thank you.
All right. I just want to say I practiced my speech in front of a 3-year-old and a 9-month-old. I've been nervous as heck about this. I am nowhere near a public speaker, so please bear with me. I was not expecting any of that to be read either, so. I'd like to start off by congratulating Robin, Karl, Monica, and Jim. I am truly honored to be sharing this night of celebration with you all. Thank you to Janet Hickel, Wally Kangas for the nomination, and to the Greater Menomonee Falls Foundation for selecting me to receive this award for patriotism. When I first learned of being selected to receive this award, my first thought was, how does serving beer and chips at the Legion make you patriotic? I was sure Randy Newman had the wrong individual and the wrong phone number. I had to take some time to really process this and look back in time. In December of 2011, I was a board member of the Menomonee Falls Downtown Business Improvement District. As a board member, we took time to go out and meet the business owners and operators of the downtown businesses. One Tuesday night, myself and the bid director visited the Henry C. Schneider American Legion Post 382 to find out how we could help them bring in more business. It was on that evening I had the pleasure of meeting Auxiliary President Marcy Schmitz, who happened to be bartending that evening. After a beverage or several, Marcy had asked if I had any family members who served in the military and what was their relationship to me. I proudly answered my father, Elmer Bear, who served in Korea. Marcy then conveniently handed me a membership application and a pen, and without hesitation I joined in honor of my dad, never realizing the impact this organization would have on my life. As an auxiliary member, I was mentored by some amazing women, Marcy Schmitz, Gloria Suring, Dolly Buss, and Carol Cole. The Legionnaires at Post 382 helped fill a void of missing my father, who passed away when I was 19 years old. Honoring and serving veterans became my passion. I felt it was now my time to serve them as they had done their job by serving our country. In 2018 was a busy year. Post 382 held its first motorcycle benefit ride, raising money to support the Milwaukee Homeless Veterans Initiative, which has been an annual event ever since. We welcomed home 6 Post members who participated in the Stars and Stripes Honor Flight, with Wally Kangas being one of those veterans. I'll never forget seeing Wally proudly walking down the concourse with red lipstick, kisses all over his cheeks. I was beginning to wonder what flight he had actually been on. Wally approached me and asked if the Legion Bar was going to be open for us to gather and celebrate this special day. Now keep in mind, these guys came back, it was 10 o'clock at night. But if that's what Wally wanted, that's what Wally was going to get. I believe that was the very first time the bar ever actually opened after 10 p.m. at night. In 2022, I was given an amazing volunteer opportunity by Commander Tom Branta and Vice Commander Danny Shepard to become Post 382 event coordinator. They allowed me to host a fundraiser to celebrate my birthday and start a fund to get flagpoles in Centennial Plaza. I am happy to announce that we have met and exceeded our goal for this special project. We held our first Armed Forces Day celebration with veterans from different military branches of service being guest bartenders throughout the day, with our first drive-up brat fry. It was a great day celebrating our military. The list of activities and events continue to grow with the focus on always supporting our veterans. Follow us on Facebook and come join us at any time. We are always open to the public and we would love to see you. I would love to thank my mother Gloria, who at 89 years young still works a full-time job and has shown me the value of hard work. Thank you, Mom. Thank you to my daughter Montana, who joined Girl Scouts when she was young and jump-started my desire to volunteer. To my partner in life, Jim, who I don't think knew what he was getting into when he entered the crazy life of Dawn. In closing, one individual cannot change the world, but surrounding yourself with like-minded people makes a difference, and success is achievable. Many of those people are here tonight, and I am truly grateful to you all for standing by my side. Can you all stand up for me, please? Come on, don't be shy. Your continued support means the world to me, and I share this award with you all. Thank you again for this honor.
Thank you, Tom, and congratulations, Dawn. I like the advertisement mid-speech. Like, that was really good. That's a first, I think, but I applaud that.
Always gotta be promoting.
I love it. I love it. Our next honoree is for the Shining Star Award. This award is given to a member of a not-for-profit who has dedicated his or her time and talent and made a generous contribution to that organization. Through their acts of volunteerism, the organization makes a significant impact in our community. Previous honorees in this category include Roger Bocek, Phyllis Waters, Diane Becker, Patsy Bear, who I would add was my Sunday school teacher, Harry Stetzel, Vicki Schmidt, Gail Grenier-Sweet, and Jill Schmidt. This year's Shining Star Award is given to Monica and Jim Goetter. I'd like to invite Diane Harley to read their nomination.
Hi everybody, I feel very blessed to have Jim and Monica as friends. Monica and I went to high school together and we've continued our paths. I've taught many of their children and I think that they really deserve this award. Jim and Monica Goetter are an amazing couple who have dedicated their lives to helping others. Their caring actions have been inspirational to all who know them at St. Mary Parish because their Catholic faith has been the center of their lives. Jim and Monica's family includes 16 children, sons-in-law and daughters-in-law, and 30 grandchildren. And Monica just said 31 is on the way. When their children were young, Jim coached basketball for 12 years for their daughters and sons' teams. Then he started the Special Olympics basketball program for his mentally challenged sons. During the first years, he had one team with 9 players. Within 12 years, the program grew to 45 players on 5 teams. He set up scrimmages for these teams, and the other Getter kids would help at all of those games by reffing, coaching, and scoring their siblings' games. Because of their involvement, the Getters earned the Family of the Year Award from the Special Olympics organization. Jim then became athletic director for the St. Mary's school teams for 15 years, coordinating and scheduling all types of games. Jim taught religious ed classes to sophomores in high school for 12 years, and he inspired some of his children to become religious ed teachers too. About 15 years ago, Monica got involved in the annual mission trip to St. Mary's sister parish down in Honduras. Set up by 2 St. Mary's deacons, these trips were focused on improving the lives of the impoverished people through donations of clothing, household supplies, and building materials. Parish members worked on constructing a church and repairing other structures. Jim went on the first mission trip, but because Monica was a nurse and there was such a great need for medical attention, she became the missionary member of the family during the following years when Jim would stay home with the other kids. Monica recruited other medical people to join the trips, and I know she saw Dr. Schwartz here tonight, who joined for many years. They collected necessary supplies. Several hundred people per day were usually treated when the group was in Honduras. Through the years, almost all of the Getter children took a turn going along with Monica, and they all pitched in with whatever needed to be done. Jim decided that he wanted to become a deacon in the church, and he and Monica together focused on their training for 4 years. It was a team effort because Monica attended every class with Jim. Classes, homework, papers, and lectures took a lot of their time, but he succeeded and was ordained a deacon 11 years ago. He works at St. Mary's and St. Anthony's parishes in Menomonee Falls. Some of his duties include giving homilies, visiting the sick, including prayer services, presiding at baptisms and funerals and weddings, and then training servers and lectors. Monica inspires others by emailing a Bible story or a passage to 400 people every day. I am one of those 400 recipients. I get a message from her every single day. That message is a great way to focus on a Bible story about the life of Jesus and hopefully apply it to our lives. Monica was a nurse at Community Memorial Hospital and especially enjoyed working in the obstetrics and nursery areas before she retired to take care of their children. Jim and Monica owned the Floor Mart in Brookfield for 44 years and have recently closed to enjoy a well-deserved retirement. With all that they have done for others throughout their lives, I think Jim and Monica deserve to be the recipients of the Shining Star Award. So congratulations.
I'd like to thank all of you very much for being here and for clapping for us. Everything we've done from our heart and never expected to get an award for it.
Part of the deal of accepting this award was that she would not be called on having a speech. So thank you was about all she wanted to be included with. So it fell to me. And so if I get a little too windy, you can get the hook out. Diane covered so much of what I was going to talk about, I decided to change my speech, and I'm just going to give one of my on Sunday homilies.
We'll pass the basket then.
That's what we did. No, Monica and I were married 50 years ago, and And at that time, we made our home in Menomonee Falls in an apartment, and we've never left. We raised all our children here, and all the way up through high school graduation. As we look back, we both agreed that the spirit of helping others came from our parents. Her parents, my dad was, I know best obviously, but he was a woodworker, carpenter, and anything around the parish or the community that needed fixing that was made of wood, he was called on, and he was nothing but excellent. We were blessed to have 11 children, and as the opportunity to adopt 5 more. We knew we were needed to set up and give some of these children a chance, so we adopted the 5 kids. One of them was a special needs child, and the other 4 were a sibling group that we started with the 2 youngest boys and ended up taking on their 2 sisters as well because they didn't have a place to go. We're lifelong members of St. Mary's Parish, like Diane said, and as well as the opportunity to work a service for there, it was just something we wanted to do. We wanted to be involved. And there's a number of ways we could have been involved, and clearly we picked things that we were comfortable with. Teaching Christian formation to sophomores, that was more of a penance for me than it was. I always said, what did I do wrong, Lord, that you sent me this one? I got involved in the athletic program, and that was fun. I loved coaching my kids, but I loved coaching anybody. But then the athletic director's program opened up, and once again I felt God punishing me. Because as you know, as owners and heads of the household, it flows downhill. But regardless, we had a lot of fun with it, and again, we had at times 21 teams playing in different sports, and it was great. But these kids that we brought into the family were kids that had no family. They were shuffled around for the first years of their life. The youngest was 1 when they got them, the oldest was like 6, and they've been in 7, 8 different homes. It was just a chance for us to give them that home that they never had. A few years back, 10 years back, 12 years back, Monica, being the nurse on the mission trips, was asked to help take over the coordination when the deacons both retired and moved on. So her job was to recruit volunteers. And one of them was Dr. Bob, who was one of the first to step up and go on the trips. He went with me on my first trip. And she helped line up other volunteers. We soon learned that these little villages didn't have a church or a building. So with my son's help, who was an architect engineer, he came along with friends and coordinated volunteers, and they built churches and put roofs on churches and so on. It was an amazing. I mean, at times, what did it take? Like 20 people to this mission. It started out with like 9 or 10. Our 3rd son was born with Down syndrome, and we soon became involved in another community, which was the Parents with Special Needs group. You start to meet all these different parents that are in the same place you are, and you certainly don't feel alone anymore. Matter of fact, we mentored a number of parents that had children with Down syndrome and were able to help them as well. That led us to the adoption process for our son, Tim. Tim has since passed away, but Tim and Dan were just the best of friends. They shared a room and they shared everything. Dan was a little hard hearing, but he spoke a lot. Tim was very good at hearing, but didn't speak much. So they were perfect. That time I said, thanks God, we could use that. We started a special Olympics basketball program on a phone call from one of the families saying, a lot of the kids would like to play sports. I understand you coach, would you be willing to help us? And of course they said yes. And, we started with 10 athletes, and that grew to about 45 or 50. They're probably still growing now. I left about 6, 7 years ago, but none of these individuals knew anything about basketball. Now, thank God we have a sponsor locally that kind of helped us get a gym. Randy's in one of them, the Kiwanis Club. So we got some old uniforms from the high school. Those coaches helped us out. We got some old basketballs from the high school. Just anything we could scrounge up, we used, and the kids just had a great time. it was a very different experience for me, coaching special needs. Quite frankly, all the coaching teams I had were grade school kids. I thought they were all special needs, but no, these were more special. So, and they're just wonderful kids. And most of the time they're looking at you with a smile on their face instead of covering the guy with the ball. But it's one of those things, you know. My son was famous for throwing the ball in with a guy he was waving at him, so didn't care what uniform he had, I just throw the ball. Within a few years, again, that thing really grew, and we've gone through several directors, but it was a lot of fun. And again, my kids were very much involved. They kept score, they refereed, they volunteered in many ways. Several of them coached a team of their own. And just like with the Honduras mission trip, they all took part. Mom had a point of taking one or two of the kids almost every mission trip, so just about every kid got a chance to go that was able to go. And to this day, we just celebrated our anniversary, and then we stood around talking about those good old days of going to Honduras and coaching the Special Olympics. And I still see some of these kids around in church and come running up to me, my vestments and everything, and just have to give me a hug, you know, right in the middle of the church. But that's just what they are. That's how it was to us. Very special. When Diane called us at first, we were a little hesitant because our reaction is we didn't do this for an award. We did this because it was just important to us at the time. It's like going to eat supper. You know, you don't get an award for eating supper. So, but she said, no, you really deserve this. And we talked about it. So, Monica and I would like to thank you all for this acknowledgement. We sincerely hope that our efforts may go to inspire others to step forward and answer the call, because the needs are always out there, as you all know. When I finished with a line that I found a few years ago in preparing one of my homilies, and it was titled called What God Won't Ask. And there are about 20 things that God won't ask on Judgment Day. But I wanted to share one for this situation. God won't ask what you did to help yourself, but He will ask what you did to help others. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Monica and Jim. Congratulations. We'll move on to the Unsung Hero Award. This person has worked behind the scenes quietly and selflessly, contributing positively to the quality of community life. His or her caring acts and humanitarian activities may be performed individually or in support of an organization's goals. Previous honorees include Leroy Bulow, Bob and Diane Cowan, Russ Knof, Monica Schultz, Rebecca Dombrowicki, and last year's Cecilia Valentine. This year we recognize Karl Hornung as an Unsung Hero Award recipient. I'd like to invite Pam Bierzak to read Karl's nomination. Pam?
This is an amazing evening, isn't it? It's just so great to hear about all these fabulous people. My thanks to the Greater Menomonee Falls Foundation for creating this evening of recognition and appreciation for these special Menomonee Falls neighbors and friends who have unselfishly given so much of their time and talents to the people of our village and even beyond. Our town has been blessed over these many years, and yes, now even generations, of folks who step forward and take the lead to get the job done. A little background on this. Last summer I was shopping at Shady Lane Greenhouse. And as I was coming down the aisle, Karl was walking towards me. We greeted and we hugged, and he said to me, "We did good things together, didn't we?" Now I'm going past a little bit. in history. Those words brought back many, many memories, and yes, a few tears to my eyes, as I thought about the early days of the Greater Menomonee Falls Committee. Prime the Falls Day, which probably dates me and some of the people here, but at any rate, many church, school, and community fundraisers. It was this past summer that I was reading about the annual Ovation Committee Award and the committee who was celebrating this and looking for people to recognize. As I read, my eyes immediately were drawn to the Unsung Hero Award. And I thought, gosh, a way to honor Karl. I was so excited I immediately began to figure out, do the paperwork for the nomination procedure. You see, the Unsung Hero describes Karl Hornung to a T. Karl was never one to seek the spotlight or boast about the people he helped or the countless church, school, and community groups he supported throughout the boundary of his nursery, as well as his military service, work at the Chamber, Rotary, and service to Meals on Wheels, YMCA charter membership, and the Menomonee Falls Garden Club, of course. Karl kindly shepherded refugees from both Vietnam and Cambodia, who were sponsored by Holy Cross Lutheran Church. When asked, he generously hired them to work for him and gave them a start as they adapted to their new lives in America. As if all of that wasn't enough, he stepped forward to serve 4 mission trips to Honduras with St. Mary's Church and 1 mission trip to Brazil with Grace Lutheran Church. You see, to me, Karl epitomizes the lesson learned in Matthew 6, verse 3. But when you do a kindness to someone, do it secretly. Do not let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Well, I'm sure you'll agree, Karl, Mary Ann, and their family have been doing just that over these many years, and we are so happy to honor them tonight. I do, however, have one little thing to add to his many generous accomplishments. This one means a lot to me now that I'm a great-grandma, and that's the fabulous train display that occupies one whole greenhouse at Shady Lane, who was featured this week on Channel 6. If you haven't been there, be sure to take the time to go. It's amazing. There's a setup of moving trains, villages, lakes, fountains, and mountains, which is open on weekends. Be sure to take the little ones. This is just one more way that Karl supports through a donation box in front of the trades. These monies are used to support Ronald McDonald House, the Milwaukee Rescue Mission, Menomonee Falls and Sussex Food Pantries, and Bob's Under the Bridge Ministry. As we reflect on our past, we tend to focus on those people who made a huge difference, whose kindness must never be forgotten, and who blessed us by just being there when needed. Karl, you are that person, and we thank you.
Good evening. I'm Heidi. I am the oldest of the Hornung children, the oldest of 5. And on behalf of my father, I would like to read the speech he wrote for you tonight. So this is in his words. I would like to say a big thank you to Pam Bierzak for nominating me for this award, as well as thanks to the Greater Menomonee Falls Foundation for accepting Pam's recommendation. I would also like to congratulate the other award winners that are being honored this evening. Many thanks to my wife of 60 years, Mary Ann, and our children for their love and support. And now I would like to tell you a little about myself, the shorter version of a long story. So all of you should be very grateful. That's what I think. Because if you've ever run into him at the greenhouse, he does have stories. and you might not get through the checkout very fast. In his words, I was born in a small town in the southern Black Forest of Germany. The town Schöpfheim was first mentioned in recorded history in the year 600 AD. Yes, you heard it right, 600 AD. Now fast forward a few years to 1936, the year I was born, to my parents Friedrich and Emma Hornung, and my brother Gerhard, who was born 2 years later. Our parents were fortunate enough to own their own home, built in 1902, the year our father was born. We had a big garden where we grew most of our own vegetables. During and after the war, our mother worked on a farm in exchange for milk, butter, and other food items. Our father worked in a hemp factory after he came home from the war. As my brother and I grew up, our mother, being a great organizer, always found jobs for us to do to help others, whether it was for the elderly or for the displaced persons because of the war. One day I had the courage to ask her why we had to do this, because sometimes the people we were helping weren't too nice to us kids. Her answer was short and stern: because I said so. End of conversation. And I think my siblings know that phrase as well. We heard it many times growing up. And now we're passing it along. After traveling and working in Western Europe, I dreamt about seeing more of the world. I decided to see what the United States was like. I had a distant relative who lived in Washington, D.C., who agreed to be my sponsor. On March 8, 1960, I sailed from Bremerhaven on the SS United States to New York, then through Grand Central Station to take the train to Chicago and my destination to Oak Park, Illinois, where I had a friend and a job waiting. I had $5 in my pocket. In Forest Park, Illinois, I met Mary Ann, and 3 years later we were married. And in time we had 4 children: Heidi, Carl, Karen, and Laura. On June 28, 1966, I became a proud citizen of the United States of America. My dreams continued with thoughts of one day owning my own business. The opportunity to do just that was when we found a greenhouse for sale in Menomonee Falls, Wisconsin. In early October of 1973, we closed the deal, and with a handshake across the table to Adolph and Rose Shaw, the previous owners, we became the new owners of Shady Lane Greenhouses. By the end of October, we were ready to move into our new home and get to work. I'll never forget the scary feeling I had in the pit of my stomach as we exited the freeway onto Appleton Avenue and then made the left turn onto Good Hope Road and headed straight west to Shady Lane. I had quit my job and we had sold our home in Forest Park, and there was no turning back. Not only did we own our own business, but we joined a new church, started our children in a new school, made new friends, and a few years later welcomed a new member, Paul, to our family. We have found many ways to be involved in the community and in the area around us. I hope that my participation, no matter how big or small, has made a difference. I am so thankful for all the opportunities that have been given to me over the past 50 years in Menomonee Falls, and most of all for the blessings this country has given me. Let me leave you with one thought. It is part of a Bible verse. To whom much is given, much is required. Thank you very much.
Pam, thank you for the nomination. Heidi, thank you for the words, and Carl, congratulations. And Pastor Meredith must have sprinkled fairy dust everyone. We've had a lot of Bible verses at the end of the year. People are inspired, I like it. You know, I've heard the stories of the 3 honorees prior, and in many respects, they're lifetime achievements. And so maybe we should just give 4 lifetime achievement awards tonight. But this one is officially called the Lifetime Achievement Award. The hallmark of this award is outstanding community leadership and civic involvement. This person should evidence a history of diverse volunteer activities and leadership roles that have contributed to the benefit and betterment of the greater Menomonee Falls area and its citizens. The recipient will be recognized for his or her consistent record of community service and achievements. Previous honorees are Lou Tietz, Ed Schlumpf, Larry Hebron, Ray and Marion Etzel, Tim Newman, Rick Reckless, Mary Stark, and last year, Jerry Mislin. This year's Lifetime Achievement Award recipient is our very own Robin Manke. I'm going to invite Sue and Robin to read the nomination.
This is Robin Manke. Turtenwald. Get my Robin. Robin Turtenwald nominated her good friend Robin Manke for this award. Robin Manke, in her very humble way, said no. I won't take this award unless you tell me who nominated me. And I said, or our committee said, Robin Turtenwald. She said, okay, then I accept the award. Robin didn't feel like she should be given this award. Well, listen to this. Robin Manke. And Robin Turtenwald asked me to give the nomination for her. But I'm sure at the end of it, she'll have a couple of words to say, because she always does. Right, Robin? Now, I am speaking for Robin Turtenwald. Robin Manke, she was born to be a volunteer and to give her energies and leadership to Menomonee Falls. Her mother, Patsy, who is with us tonight, founded, along with a couple other ladies, Children's Community Center, and as you heard tonight, has also been given an award by the foundation. And her father owned Dan's Talk Shop and was very involved in the village. From flipping hamburgers at McDonald's to a life of giving, that is Robin. At a very young age, Robin followed in her mother's footsteps and began teaching Sunday school at Holy Cross Lutheran Church. And that dedication continued, I think, for Robin for 50 years, but according to Pastor Meredith, the 2 of them went over 100 years, right, Patsy, together? She serves on the Food Pantry Board, served as the first president of the Food Pantry Board, and when they saw a need to relocate, of course, there was Robin leading the way, and it now successfully resides on Menomonee River Parkway with a very active board and allows many people in the greater Menomonee Falls area a wholesome dietary supply of food. She was the savior of the farmers market, whom I'm hoping that most of you attend on Wednesdays. When the farmers market was decided by the downtown area that they did not want to continue the market anymore, Robin was very concerned because the food pantry or the farmer's market with their vendors supply the food pantry at the end of the day with their leftover supplies. Serving on the board of the foundation, Robin went to the foundation and asked if they would support the market until it could stand alone. The board decided that as a community asset, which we all know the farmer's market is, that it needed to be continued. For 3 years, the foundation supported the market, and Robin served on the committee for the farmer's market. I don't have the podium like everybody else did. After a few years of great leadership, the farmer's market found its wings and became a 501c3 organization, and it now stands alone, fulfilling a significant need in this community. And we can contribute that to a caring person who sees the need, forges ahead, and always has her community in mind. Robin served as the vice chair, as well as the chairman of the Cheery Fair, which is a substantial fundraiser for the hospital foundation. Robin's passion does not just lie in volunteering. Her family, Mike, her son David, and his new wife, Addie, and of course her mother, Patsy, hold a very great part of Robin's heart. When Mike was at St. Mary's, I'm sure that all of the people at St. Mary's were glad that David was attending, because Robin then led many of the programs that were held at St. Mary's. Robin has served on the Greater Menomonee Falls Foundation Board for many years. She's been secretary for most of those years. God bless her. She also serves as co-chairman of this event, which is the foundation's signature event of the year. Robin has given her soul. Robin has given her heart and soul to Menomonee Falls. No matter what comes before her, she is always willing to be a volunteer and to make it happen. From Robin, when I think of Robin Manke, I think of selflessness, dedication, enthusiasm, grace, energy, and pure devotion, but most of all, a heart that bursts with love of Menomonee Falls and the caring of those in need. Congratulations.
Okay, I had Eric in Sunday school too. It wasn't just my mom.
I can
mention that next year because you'll be the lifetime award winner. So
I had you in Sunday school too.
I know you did. So, good evening. Last one is going to be pretty short so we can all go home. It is my pleasure to join you tonight as the recipient of this year's Lifetime Achievement Award. I am accustomed to working behind the scenes for the Greater Menomonee Falls Foundation, and I was very surprised to learn that I had been chosen. As Sue said, I first said no, but when I was told that Robin Turtenwald nominated me, I realized that I wasn't able to turn her down. Those of you who know Robin know that you don't say no to Robin, and so I didn't. I learned early in life how to give back from examples set by my parents. After enlisting in the Army at the age of 17, fighting bravely behind enemy lines in Germany and France, landing on the second wave of D-Day in Normandy, my dad came back home and worked to help build Community Memorial Hospital. He was also a member of the first board of directors. He was a member of Kiwanis and later Rotary Club, and in addition to countless downtown committees and boards. I also remember helping my mom provide instruction and respite care for profoundly handicapped children in our home prior to her involvement starting Children's Community Center. My husband, our son David, and now his wife, Abby, also are very supportive of my charitable endeavors. They have both been lovingly coerced into providing manual labor at the food pantry, farmers markets, and whatever else comes up at church. My commitment to this is handwritten, just so you know. My commitment to various charities has required extensive hours away from the shop, which is difficult as a small business owner. My staff, or more correctly, my friends, have been willing to step in to manage things while I spend time away. From typing meeting minutes, hauling food to the food pantry after food drives at the shop, drafting letters, they are always there for me. Thank you, Nesters, for all that you do. It is with sincere gratitude that I accept this award. In the words of President George Bush, now this is a good quote if you're a Democrat or a Republican, there could be no definition of a successful life that does not include service to others. Thank you so much.
I have to laugh about the secretary comment because every meeting Robin says, "You really want me to take minutes?" And we all say, yeah, take minutes. She's like, "They're going to be terrible." And at the next meeting she says, "How are the minutes?" We're like, "They're great. You keep taking them." Well, congratulations to all our honorees. Thank you from me personally for all you've done to our community over the years. It's a great honor to be able to present you to the folks here tonight and to get to know you. I feel very blessed to have grown up in this town, to be around people like those who we honor tonight. You taught us how to be good citizens, and you continue to teach us how to be good citizens. And I'm very proud of Menomonee Falls, and it's because of people like you who can teach us how to be good citizens. So thank you very much, and I'll turn it back to Randy.
All right, we're halfway through. I hope you guys We're so proud to honor all four of you. Thanks for your efforts, and you're such wonderful people, and thanks for all you do for our community. It's It's a great place to raise a family, and it's because of people like you. Let's get that paid for you guys. As we wrap up, I want to again thank those who made this event possible. First, thank you to Uptown Motors, this year's event sponsor. I'd also like to recognize our supporting event sponsors. They are Dennis and Kathy Pollard, the Newman team at Shore West, Shelley's Hallmark, Robin's Nest, Edward Jones Menomonee Falls office, Pollard General Counsel, Rogers State Farm Agency, and to our applause event sponsors, the Menomonee Falls Baseball Group in honor of Karl and Town Bank. Also, great thanks to Ed Slump, our auctioneer, Ray Cote, our volunteer photographer, and then Chris and his team for Falls Cable Access. I believe we're live streaming, aren't we?
Yep.
All righty. For those who want auction items, please see Rick Cole. He'll be in the lobby.
I think they've all been taken care of.
Awesome. Thanks for paying me, everybody. I haven't paid yet, but I guess you know where I live. And last but certainly not least, thanks to our extremely dedicated Ovation committee. Robin Manke, I'd like you ladies to stand up. Robin Manke, Molly Paulus, Mary Jo McGraw, Sue Jeskowitz, Joanne Ellen Mulder, Kathy Oleg, and Lisa Mackey. Where are you standing? I guess they just don't listen to me. One final thing as we close out. I'd like you to do me a favor. At your table there are envelopes from the Greater Menomonee Falls Committee. Please pick them up and put them in your pocket. We need your support. Later, take home time to reflect and consider the donation of the foundation and all the great work we're able to do by these donations. For those of you who are regular contributors, please take and share with a friend. As you know, a strong building foundation is not built just on large boulders. It requires stones of many sizes to fill in the cracks and build a solid bed. Likewise, our foundation is not sustained by large donations. We need many donations of all sizes to create a sustaining fund. Together, all the donations provide strong endowment to allow us to support the community organizations that fill in the cracks, to help many of our fellow citizens who need a hand up. Once you send in your donation, you will impact lives you can never imagine. Congratulations to our honorees, Dawn, Monica, and Jim, Karl, and Robin. Thank you for all you do in Menomonee Falls. We'd like you guys to come up in front to have one last picture, I promise. But with that, thank you all for attending this event. Wasn't this a great sight to have?